Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
Hey, what is up, trainers? PoGo Joe here, coming at you with my bug video. So for the month of July, we have the Jungle Cup with electric, bug, grass, and normal type. In this video, we're going to go over some of the best bug Pokemon for the cup. And if you find anything helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down there which bugs are you bringing in. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. First, we have Fortress, a bug and steel type Pokemon with an attack of 161, defense of 205, stamina of 181. Only weakness is a 4 times weakness to fire. It's going to resist grass, bug, poison, dragon, fairy, ice, normal, psychic, and steel. That steel typing really does give us a lot of advantages here. This time we don't have to worry about any of the fire type Pokemon coming out and obliterating us. There's actually very limited amount of Pokemon that know any fire moves. I know Fire Punch sneaks up here and there on a few normal types, but they won't be brought in unless someone goes super duper off meta. But yeah, Fortress makes its return, and it's actually pretty good. I am running Rock Tomb and Earthquake. I am actually going to be subbing out Earthquake, and this time we'll be going in with the Heavy Slam, because Heavy Slam gets there a lot faster and is going to be doing a lot more neutral damage in this cup. With the moveset, you can still keep Earthquake if you want, but we're going to go Heavy Slam to get there fast, hit the neutral damage really hard. And then Rock Tomb is going to take care of those flyers that do come in. They will be super affected to that. So definitely a good viable Pokemon you can bring into this cup. So Fortress, welcome to the jungle, my friend. Fortress is also going to come in super duper handy as the rise of the confusion users is starting to become more and more a threat as this cup goes along. So definitely an option that you can bring in, viable and still one of the strongest bug types you can bring in. So if you invested in one in the Rainbow Cup, hey, feel free to pop it back out. If you didn't, we do have some more bug types, but Fortress is a beast in general. You might want to consider at least running one. If you only had to pick one move, that's a toughie one because Heavy Slam's going to get there faster than Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb is going to have some more super effective damage to the flyers, but totally up to you what you decide. Check them out though. Up next we have Scizor or Scizor, whatever you want to pronounce it. It is also a bug and steel type with an attack stat of 236. A defense stat of 181, a stamina of 172, a 4 times weakness to fire, all of those resistances over there to the right because of that steel typing. So it's going to be a pretty good option in this cup. It's not going to be as good as Fortress, but it is going to definitely be more spammier than Fortress. We don't have that big bulk, and then as far as the moves, you're going to want to run Fury Cutter, and for the charge moves, totally up to you. Scizor and Iron Head are what a lot of people are recommending. If you want it to be an even spammier monster, you can have Scizor and Night Slash. I'm running Night Slash on this one. I should unlock a secondary move, but I am kind of looking for a better one, or maybe even a shiny one. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Scizor and Night Slash is, I think, a really good moveset. You can be hitting spams up, and then Night Slash will do neutral damage to things that might not be super affected by bug. But Iron Head also hits really hard. It's a 2-bar charge move, and you're already running Fury Cutter, so you'll get to your charge moves pretty quickly. Definitely a good option that you can bring in. Maybe not the best bug type, but it's way better than it was in the Rainbow Cup. So if you're a Scizor fan, this might be the time to let it shine. Up next we have the King Bee, Beedrill, with an attack of 169, a defense of 130, a stamina of 163. It's going to be resisting fighting, grass, bug, fairy, and poison. It is a bug and poison type Pokemon, which is going to be weak to fire, flying, psychic, and rock. So making it a little more difficult in this cup, but Beedrill with shields can definitely be very beastly for you. The recommended move sets are going to be Poison Jab, if you want to have that coverage there. But even if you have that legacy bug bite, that can work really well for you too in this cup. But yeah, poison jab is going to probably be more universal. X scissor for sure, and then sludge bomb if you want to have that coverage there. But if you are okay with having the poison jab and having that as your poison coverage, you could run aerial ace and make it a spammy monster with X scissor and aerial ace depending on the matchup. But I like carrying sludge bomb because you do have that extra little nuke damage you can do, and with poison jab it actually does surprisingly charge up pretty quickly. So totally up to you. Definitely worth a shot. Give the King Bee Beedrill a chance to shine out in your team. Test it out and see what you think. Next we have Venomoth making another return. It was eligible for Twilight, it was eligible for Rainbow, and it's back again in the Jungle Cup, ready to confuse the opponent. Running a attack stat of 171, a defense of 143, a stamina of 172. It is a bug and poison type Pokemon, one of the few and best confusion users in the cup. It's double resisting fighting, double resisting grass, resisting bug, fairy, and poison. It's only going to be weak to fire, flying, psychic, and rock. Some of the things we'll see here, but those resistances are so tempting. You're going to want to be running Confusion and Silver Wind. Silver Wind does have a chance of boosting your attack and defense. And then if you have the Legacy moveset Poison Sting, that's going to be perfect for you in this cup. It'll give you that extra coverage that you need, but definitely worth it this time. Bug Bite, if you have a Legacy one, that can work, but to be honest with you, Venomoth is here because it has Confusion, and it's going to be beastly with Confusion, especially going up against some of these key matchups. You will have to look out for the flyers. We do have that weakness there. Not too much to worry about with the fire. Flying and psychic, there is the psychic move on Noctowl, so even already you get in that matchup, you probably want to get out of there. And of course you have to watch out for those electric rock combos. But yeah, definitely a good Pokemon to bring into this cup, and you see me get the boost right there. So Venomoth, definitely worth bringing back out once again. And if you haven't invested in one of these guys yet, totally invest in one. It's so useful in every cup that it's eligible for, especially just with that Confusion damage. So keep an eye out on that and learn Venomoth because it will be popping up. Up next we have Heracross with an attack stat of 234, defense of 179, stamina of 190. It is a bug and fighting type Pokemon, resisting bug, dark, fighting, grass, and ground. Only weaknesses are going to be to fairy, fire, a double weakness to flying, and a weakness to psychic. So that 4 times weakness to flying, that's going to hurt us when it comes up to those matchups with the flyers. So if you get in those, you might want to get out of there. But it's the only Pokemon that can destroy Vigoroth with just its fast moves alone. You might want to invest a shield in this guy or not, totally up to you. But Vigoroth, if you're Vigoroth, you might want to get out of there because Heracross is your only true hard counter. If he's in there, learn how to counter the counter, trap the Heracross if they go in there and switch with it. But yeah, Heracross is beastly. If you want, invest at least one shield in it. If it's there to do its job just against that Vigoroth, then yeah, as long as it knocks out Vigoroth, maybe don't invest the shield in it. That's what you have it in there. For the fast moves, it's going to be running counter as its quick move, but for the charge moves, you're going to want to run Mega Horn to pick up stab and have a different type of coverage. You can add another move on if you want. Earthquake and close combat. I'm running close combat here. If I had some more TMs, I'd probably TM that over to Mega Horn. Trust me, I've actually tried. Mega Horn is, out of all of the 3 moves that are recommended, Mega Horn charges the fastest. So you can beat down Vigoroth and still have energy to fire off into the next Pokemon depending on the matchup and shield play. But yeah, definitely a great option. I feel like other than that, there's not too much function that Heracross does. But yeah, being that hard counter to Vigoroth is its main role. So look out for that Heracross because it can definitely do some damage with those charge moves. Up next we have the Queen Bee, Vespiquen or Vespa Queen. Her attack stat of 149, defense of 190, stamina of 172, resisting ground, resisting fighting, resisting grass, and bug. It's only going to be weak to electric, fire, flying, ice, and a 4x weakness to rock. She is really awesome. I am not doing her justice. This one is not PvP ready just yet. The moveset you're going to want to be running on for the fast move, Bug Bite. For the charge moves, you're going to be wanting to run X Scissor for that super spam and Power Gem to have an extra coverage against the flyers. Vespiquen is a beast. Here we go with our off meta picks. First up we have Yanma with an attack of 154, defense of 94, stamina of 163. It is a bug and flying type Pokemon. You are going to need a high IV1, I'd say like a 98 or higher. 100% would be ideal. What you'll do is max that out and that will be PvP ready. It maxes out at 1470, so that's a 100%. So if you can get close to that 1500 mark, you are golden. But Yanma is a very interesting and fun Pokemon you can bring into this. And then Yanmega could also do that. It's going to be a little weaker as far as leveling, but it will be stronger as far as the attacks go. If you run Yanma, you want Wing Attack, Silver Wind, which is a chance to boost, and Ancient Power with a chance to boost. And then for Yanmega, Bug Bite, Ancient Power with a boost chance, and Aerial Ace. Both can be very spammy monsters for you. Up next we have Kricketune, a pure bug type Pokemon with an attack of 160, defense of 100, stamina of 184. It is a pure bug type Pokemon, so its only weaknesses are going to be to fire, flying, and rock. And surprisingly, I freaking love this thing. It's been very fun testing this out. I don't know if it's going to make my final team, but oh my gosh guys, this one is not even fully charged up, and I was doing a lot of damage. Surprisingly enough, the moveset you're going to be wanting to run is Fury Cutter, X Scissor with the stab on there, and then Aerial Ace, just to give you that additional coverage to things that are weak to flying. So definitely a fun option that I found myself using a lot. Plus he's sporting that awesome mustache at like a gentleman, so definitely try out Kricketune. It's surprisingly fun, surprisingly good. Definitely a off meta pick, but it also shows up pretty high in the bugs section. Next we have Masquerain with an attack of 192, defense of 150, and stamina of 172, a bug and flying type Pokemon. Definitely a very fun Pokemon to bring in with Silver Wind and Ominous Wind, both 2 stat boosting moves. Ominous Wind, do not use it on normal types, but definitely a fun option to bring in. For the last bug making a buzz in the Jungle Cup, I have Scyther with an attack of 218, defense of 170, stamina of 172. It is a bug and flying type Pokemon. Things you have to look out for are electric, fire, flying, ice, and that 4x weakness to rock. So those electric boys definitely are going to be putting a hurting on us, but just look out for that. Other than that, we are going to be running Fury Cutter, X Scissor, Aerial Ace as the secondary move. If you have the Legacy Bug Buzz, that might work for you too, but I'd say run X Scissor and Aerial Ace to make yourself a spammy monster. It does level up higher than Scizor, so it definitely could be viable for you in this cup. There might just be better options, but Scyther is a fun option. There you have it, trainers. That is my Jungle Cup bug meta video for you. If there's anyone I missed, please let me know in the comment section down there, and let me know what bug type Pokemon do you like for the Jungle Cup. And if you find any of this helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and until next time, trainers, bug out!